Hello and welcome back to another OmniHeroes video. In this video, this is it, the big one. We're going to hopefully go from 81 probably through to 99 and then I'll do a separate video on the 100. So let's jump straight into it. Now, I think floors 81 through to 92 are going to be super tough. So we'll just see how well it goes. So the team setup that I've got at the moment, nothing super special about it. Got the 5 Royals, 4 Celestials, 3 Phantoms, 2 Mystifiers and 1 Deviant. And then in this team here, we have our 5 Soul Eaters, 4 Protectors, 3 Royals, 3 Mystifiers, 2 Deviants and 1 Celestial as well. Been going through the entirety of Hell effectively with this team, and then this team has had a couple of changes, but I don't think we should have too much trouble with the enemies here. So let's jump into it and let's just see how well they do. I've been really impressed with the Soul Eaters synergy this season. I think there's usually one synergy which stands out. Last season, for example, for me it was Elysians. The Elysian synergy, I mean the Astral synergy was okay. It did the job. It did what it needed to. But the Elysian synergy last season, once they made the change to the actual mechanic itself, absolutely fantastic, and I really got into it. Soul Eaters, yeah, I was into it straight away. Having one beefy unit makes for quite good content, believe it or not, and it makes it look like the units are better than they are. So yeah, it is what it is. Still, this team here, this is your staple. This team will get you through just about every mission. As we can see here, 14 rounds. Still quite tough, but I don't suspect 28 rounds, flipping heck. But he did it. He did it all by himself. What? How much damage? Oh, gross. Let's see how much health they are. Oh, look at that, Talos. Oh, that's gross. That is exceptionally gross. I'm quite glad we didn't have to sit through all of that. Fortunately, there's a skip button. Now, we do have Soul Eater's damage reduction on the other team, but we don't have it on this team. You can go ahead and replace, say, Astrid with another Soul Eater. Oh. Are we skipped? No? It's just loading? Yeah, it's fine. You can go ahead and replace Astrid with another Soul Eaters to get the damage reduction. But again, it's kind of pointless on a team with Elmer on the front line, and then the back row will always survive when you're using that particular combo. Oof, not bad. That's 8. I think that's a potential short. So let's go ahead and share with the guild, just so that I've got some shorts to put out for you guys as well. So again, if you're struggling with any of these missions, it can just be RNG, or that you need to increase the star level for the units that you're looking at. That's a bit better. There we go. Right, so let's keep jumping into it. And there we go. Weekly, clear any Rift Odyssey stage 5 times. This one, apparently we have cleared it according to that notification. So let's just sit back and enjoy this for a while. 85 being one of the toughest stages that I know of personally. And the reason for that is because of Solomon. So Solomon, in case you don't know, he does it on stage 35 and he does it again on stage 85. He will bind all of your units, which means if you don't have a unit which releases you from bind, say for example Lee, Ophelia will do it, and now again Hades will also do it. You just don't do anything. So Elmer here fortunately avoided that bind. I don't know why or how he avoided the bind, and it doesn't look like he's doing enough damage to... Yeah, it doesn't look like he's doing enough damage to kill them all, especially with Persephone healing. That's a bit strange. But it is what it is, so we'll just have to see. That might take quite a number of rounds up here, but because only one of our units is actually attacking, the round should go a lot quicker. Yeah, so we're already in round 4. Uh, hmm. This is very strange. Maybe he will do enough damage by himself, but it feels very unlikely. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the volume. I'm playing around with different volumes. A lot of people have told me the volumes on this, on my sound here, again, it's primarily because I used to record like this. So what I don't want to do is just show you the top of my forehead so that you get a much clearer sound all the way through. And instead, I do have to talk a bit louder and not always possible, unfortunately, just because I have kids and I have work going on as well. And now Solomon is bound. So yeah, we did get to the end. It looks like we weren't able to do it. We do need to add a counter to this unit. The best counter I found for this, bear with me. Sorry. So the best counter that I have found for this specifically would be Hades. Hades does remove the bind and is the fastest. But what we want to do is change it up. We want to go into our Dooms team here and we want to search for Ophelia. Now it says that Ophelia does not counter, and that is incorrect. So they've just not updated the units within these listings. Ophelia does counter it, and if we jump into her settings, she is technically the fastest unit that does counter the bind. So here, +5 speed if you do have this skin. If you were fortunate enough to win Foggy Coliseum, then yeah, she will definitely have it. And it is a lovely skin, and one I will probably be picking up from the world or the Foggy shop, or at least the skin shop when it does come out. But she does counter. So if we jump into runes here, let's have a look. Before taking action, removes bind from all allies. So we want her to stick around for as long as possible so that our units can start to perform their super attacks. Hades again does the same thing. So let's just show this off. Again, the other unit that you can use in this slot, you just need his gold runes. You don't need his unique runes or his exclusive runes. All you need is for him to have epic and for the protector synergy to be unlocked, and it is Karnak. So Karnak will counter this, Ophelia will counter it, Lee will counter this, I think Ozzy does as well, counters bind. So many different units that you can run on this particular setup in order to counter that bind mechanic. Now unfortunately they're all at 106. Speed wise they're all at 106, so can be quite slow compared to Hades. Hades is at 108. Again, if you have the Ophelia skin, then she will trigger. She will trigger first. She will be the quickest. So as you can see, we've removed the bind effect. What it doesn't allow for, so you'll see in a sec, I don't believe it allows for us to perform our ultimates on round 3. So we'll enter this round here. Oh, it does. Oh, that's cool. So we do get some healing from Seraphina. That'll increase our attack power. Cleo will then boost everybody else's attack power up as well. So Dali here to do respectable damage. And as well, every time we increase our HP by whatever means, we can also then look to increase our attack as well. So Ophelia not bound here. There we go. So Dahlia is still switching, but I think it might be a bit too slow. So potentially we can look at Lee to counter this synergy. And the way that we could do that is we could have a Soul Eaters team. Yeah, so 30 out of 30. We weren't getting too close. So let's try a different setup. Let's go ahead into our Soul Eaters. We're going to pop in Lee. We will pop in Macaria, and you can get more monarchs. You get 4 monarchs in this build with Albert, but I am going to put in Athena as well, just for the reflect damage. And then this should be absolutely fine, I suspect, but we'll just see. Now, Lee is just as slow as Ophelia, but we do have the damage reduction as well being applied with the Soul Eater synergy. So we get the 75% damage reduction by just having the Soul Eaters on the team here. You can also get that by having Lee instead of Ophelia on the previous team that I mentioned. But should be absolutely fine here. Fortunately, we did get Lee here, who is not been absorbed by the Soul Eater's effect. So I think we should be good to go. Now, Lee, again, is slower than Cleopatra. And we do want Lee to build up as much as possible. So he does need to get attacked quite a bit. And we do have our increased attack here, but I think some different relics might be the best option. So Lee here, able to do, actually very weak damage. That's really weak damage, Lee. Come on. And it's because Cleo hasn't procced. So we get through all of these and potentially, yeah, so 7 rounds. Flipping heck, 7 rounds. I'm going to share that after. That's crazy. And I have no worries here. Let me just show you the bind effect, what I mean by the bind effect. So Hades here will clear the bind effect, same as Ophelia, same as Lee, same as Karnak, but he will do it faster. He'll do it faster than all of the other units here. We do get that corrode effect, so that holy shield does go down. We also then get our max energy, so we get all of our units returned very quickly as well. It's just a very, very powerful team, I think. I've been running it in World Arena. It's doing okay. It's not super PvP team, just because we don't have access to these types of artifacts as well. But the actual synergy itself is, I've got 2 teams there, which one is Cleo, the other is so one is Cleo, the other is this team here that you can see. So what I might do, I'm just going to turn my camera off for a second. Move this down here. And the reason for that, where we go? The reason for that is because I don't want my face on the windscreen, so that when, say for example, I make this into a short, which I suspect I will do, because it's only going to be 4 rounds, then we'll, my face won't be on the windscreen, and it won't be sort of as immersion breaking either. Okay, unfortunately, Mulan goes down, but we should get, in a second, Hades to use his Soul Eater ability, take one of these guys down, even at the end of the round. So that's absolutely fine. Fantastic. And Bastet here, that's great. She doesn't get a lot of love, Bastet. So let's go ahead and check out the damage on these guys. So Dahlia to do the most there. So it looks like Dahlia was key in that last one. Healing done by Persephone there. And then this is the amount of damage taken. And then for this second team, so as we suspected, Corrode doing half of the work. And then Hades to do the rest. Healing wise, we didn't heal anything, but enemy team did, and then enemies taking around similar levels of damage. So let's go ahead, share that with the guild, and then we will pop my face cam back on, and there we go. So that is 85 cleared. So those are the units that you need to use to beat it, and I'm going to, in fact, let's keep this team. Let's keep these teams and just see how far we can push them, because we do have the damage reduction. It'll make it a lot easier. Yeah, so it unfortunately wasn't enough this time around. So let's take out Lee, Athena, and Macaria. And let's go with that standard setup of Astrid, Seraphina, and then we can go with Elma, the tank engine. And we do have 2 Mystifiers, so we could technically use one more Mystifier's relic. Do I have another Mystifier's relic? I do, in the form of Crown, but I could also use Elmer's as well to give that revival effect. No, I think Crown would actually be best in this one because it gives the 30% attack increase as well to our units. In fact, Spear is probably better. Yeah, just with the current level that I'm at the moment, it's probably something like this. So let's jump in once again, and we'll go all the way to 99. We'll just see how far we can take it. The next big challenge will be the level 90, and that is with Talos and with his Holy Shield stacks as well. So yeah, round 6 for these teams here, both of them absolutely fantastic. Love it. So I suspect it will be Enigma's team that we'll need to use in these last 10 stages, or at least 3 Enigma's units. So we'll have a look at that, but again, I don't think it's super required in this last difficulty, the Hell difficulty. I think there are just certain set teams which will win, and I think that this is one of them with Dahlia, Cleo, and Elmer. With Seraphina and Astrodon, and then the other team is just the synergy. So the most powerful synergy. I had a discussion with a couple of different people with regards to the Enigma's synergy after my Enigma's rant the other week, and I have used the Enigmas in PvP. I've recently released a video on different PvP teams for the World Arena. I'm going to release another one now, or very soon, and that is because I reached Challenger tier. And so this is the one I'm talking about. So it says there's only 2 here, but there's multiple different ones, multiple different units that you can use, which will allow you to remove that Holy Shield. You can also use the Celestials trigger, so when one of your units dies, it will remove the shield. Yeah, so it looks like we are going to have to use a different team. Potentially what we can do, take out Astrid. I know it seems a bit counterintuitive, but we can then go ahead and put in Audrey, because Audrey can steal Holy Shield. She will also disband Holy Shield as well. So let's go ahead and see whether or not this first team works here. She will also vital drain the healing from these guys as well, so can be a potential win. Yeah, so they're not able to hurt us, that we're not able to hurt them. What happens if we switch you 2 round? And there we go. So yeah, it was the fact that the Holy Shield kept stacking that was the problem. And then on this one, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Mulan to do the Mulan to be MVP. Bit weird. Let's go ahead and check the stats on that one. And damage taken as well. Yeah. Okay, cool. Go ahead and share, just because it's level 90. And we can jump in. Yeah, so it is Enigmas that they want us to use for the damage reduction effect. Now, again, I don't think we need it, if I'm honest. I really don't think we need it. Just because these teams are getting the job done, and Hades will have way too much health already. The way that the Soul Eater mechanic works is Hades will steal 50% of the enemy unit he devours. If you get his exclusive runes, he will devour 100%. I think that's going to be really, really good in PvE, especially when these units have, like you see, 100 million health. So you're stealing 50 million health from each of those units. So it's, yeah, was it 50,000 million? Something like that. Anyway, it takes, if they're doing on their big attacks, if they're doing 100 million each time on their big attacks, it's going to take him 50 attacks to kill him. That's without him healing. So I think he's a safe bet on this one. especially because he absorbs all of the other units on your team as well. So he gets their stats as well as the enemy that is stolen as well. So if it goes past round 4, he's just going to get even stronger with regards to that. So there we go. And then, yeah, able to pass through relatively unscathed. Now, 95, this is Lachesis, so we need a Gwyn type effect on here. Audrey still in there. I think we should be able to overcome the amount of healing and damage required. The reason that this is so tough is there are 4 monarchs, so we're not going to be able to do more than, so if we have a look, we're not going to be able to do more than 40% max HP in a single instance of damage. Fortunately for this team, we have multiple instances of damage in the form of corrode, and for this one we have multiple big hitters as well, specifically with Dahlia and Elmer and Audrey as well, so they should get the job done. But we'll just we'll see. Yeah, so it looks like we nearly got there with this team. It might just be a matter of RNG. Let's go ahead and check to make sure. Yeah, so it was just a matter of RNG. We got a lot more crits that time round, I suspect. And then on this one, I have no doubt, yeah, because Gwyn can remove that revitalization effect, it's very, very powerful. So let's go ahead, have a look at the stats. So on damage taken, oh, they've got a lot of flipping health. Well, they heal a lot, should we say. And then on this one, they don't heal as much. So yeah, healing wise on this one they healed a lot more. It's just because there's a lot more time there. Let's go ahead and share that one, and let's jump into 100. And no, in fact we'll get up to 99 and then I'll do a separate video on the 100 because we're already at 20 minutes here. I think that's more than enough. Don't think we need to go any further. But it is lagging quite a bit, and that's because of the high health pools you have to load for all 30 rounds, so it's 60 rounds in total that you have to load in. Like this one's 15 rounds, and then the next one might be, 5 rounds or so. But you still have to load the full 30 rounds, and all of the healths in there as well. And there we go. So, yeah, what did I think of Hell this season? I think that the second round is much, much easier than the first round. I think that everybody got to Hell 100 very quickly with similar team setups to this, just because the team or the synergies that people are using, like the Soul Eaters and like the team on my first team, that's really powerful effect. Whereas first time round, nobody really had synergy slates leveled up, and we didn't really know what the best teams were in order to get through. So people struggled a little bit to get to Hell 100 and beat Hell 100 more specifically. But yeah, I think much easier the second time round because people actually know what they're doing. As well, the devs have also increased that, so 30 rounds for each. That was huge. That was absolutely massive. I think it's really important to have that as well. So let's go ahead and skip this one. 21 rounds, yeah, but we were able to do it absolutely fine. And this one should be a lot less as well. There we go. We got the corrode applied as well. And we get the stolen enemy. That really does help. Really does. Yeah, he's doing so much damage right off the bat. There we go. So I think, yeah, we can go ahead and skip this one. We see how much damage he's doing. 12 rounds, not bad. Yeah, Hades, proper good hero. How much damage? So that's how much health they have, getting up to crazy amounts of health. Silly. So let's go ahead and share with the guild, and then I will see you in the next one. If you can like and subscribe, be really appreciated. If you've got any comments or you're stuck anywhere, just let me know, and then we can have a discussion. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next one.